The horse was going to die. Everyone knew it. The traders knew it, the soldiers knew it, King Philip knew it. And if the horse had any sense, he knew it too. My name is Nikanor. I clean stables in Pella, and the worst decision of my life was becoming attached to that horse. The horse arrived from Thessaly, black, massive, expensive, and completely impossible. He bit anyone who approached, kicked anyone who got close, charged anyone who stood still. 3 stable boys quit within a week. I considered becoming the 4th. The trader who owned him was desperate. The horse was valuable, very valuable. But a horse nobody could ride was worthless. Every failed attempt lowered the price. Every injury made the trader more nervous. One afternoon, he grabbed my arm and said,
"If nobody buys him..."
He didn't finish. He didn't need to. The strange thing was, I didn't think the horse was angry. Everyone else did. I thought he was frightened. I just couldn't understand why. One morning, word spread through Pella. King Philip would inspect the horse personally. Suddenly, everyone appeared. Soldiers, nobles, traders, stable hands, and me, always me, watching from places I wasn't supposed to be. Philip of Macedon was already a legend. Scarred, victorious, dangerous. The sort of man who could enter a room and immediately become its centre. When he arrived, the trader became pale. The horse became worse. The first rider lasted seconds. The second lasted less. The third never even mounted. The horse threw one man into the dirt, sent another running, nearly trampled the third. The crowd laughed. Philip did not. Eventually, the king lost patience.
"Take him away."
The trader looked devastated. I felt sick, because I knew what those words meant. Nobody keeps a horse like this forever. Then someone laughed. Not mockingly, amused. The crowd turned. A teenager stood nearby. Alexander, the king's son. I knew who he was. Everyone did. But he was still just a prince. A skinny boy standing among veterans. Alexander stepped forward.
"You're making a mistake."
Silence. Nobody spoke to Philip that way. Nobody. Philip stared at him. The crowd stared at him. I stared at him. The prince continued.
"There's nothing wrong with the horse."
Several people laughed. The horse immediately kicked a fence apart. The laughter stopped. Philip folded his arms.
"Then why can't anyone ride him?"
Alexander pointed.
"Because nobody understands him."
I remember that moment clearly, because it was the first time someone had said exactly what I was thinking. Now, Philip smiled, the dangerous kind of smile.
"Oh, if you know so much, ride him."
A ripple moved through the crowd. Some laughed, others shook their heads. I remember feeling afraid, because suddenly the horse wasn't in danger anymore. Alexander was. The prince walked forward, slowly. No rushing, no shouting, no whip. The horse watched him. The crowd held its breath. I noticed something strange. Alexander wasn't looking at the horse. Not exactly. He was watching the ground. Then I saw it. The shadow. The horse kept seeing his own shadow moving beside him. Every movement startled him. Every movement frightened him. The monster everyone feared was terrified of himself. Alexander took the reins, then gently turned the horse toward the sun. The shadow disappeared. The horse relaxed. Not completely, but enough. For the first time since arriving in Pella, the animal stood still. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Even Philip looked surprised. Alexander mounted. The horse tensed. For one terrible second, I thought it would all go wrong. Then they moved. One step, then another, then a trot, then a gallop, across the field. Faster, faster, faster! The black horse and the young prince becoming smaller and smaller in the distance, until they looked like one thing. Not rider and horse, a single shape, flying. When they returned, nobody laughed, nobody doubted, nobody spoke at all, because everyone understood they had witnessed something. The king stepped forward. His voice was quiet, almost emotional.
My son, find yourself a kingdom equal to your ambition. Macedonia is too small for you.
For years, people would tell that story as the tale of a horse. They missed the point. The remarkable thing was never Bucephalus. The remarkable thing was the boy. Everyone else saw a monster. Alexander saw fear. Everyone else saw danger. Alexander saw a problem waiting to be solved. Years later, people would say Alexander conquered the world. Maybe, but standing in that dusty field, watching a frightened horse and a stubborn prince disappear toward the horizon, I think the world first noticed him that day. The day he stopped seeing a monster and saw something nobody else could.